Hey, it's Dr. Mathis Kennington. If you're here, something in your relationship is hurting. Your marriage is strained. Your wife is feeling it. Your kids may feel it too if you have kids. There's tension in your home and there's a distance in your bedroom, and you feel that every single day. So I want you to lean in for the next few minutes because I'm going to lay out exactly what it takes to turn this around. Now, if you're watching this, we've probably already connected, maybe on Instagram. You've sent me a DM. Maybe you've booked a coffee chat that I have or a marriage strategy session. Whatever it is, you've gotten here because this is not casual for you. You have a wife at home that you deeply care about. Or maybe the two of you are watching this video together. Despite the love that exists between you, despite trying, maybe despite trying multiple times, things aren't going well. And that is a very difficult place to be. So let me tell you why you can trust what I'm about to say. I earned my PhD in marriage and family therapy before I was 30 from Virginia Tech. I was a licensed clinical therapist for 15 years. I led the state of Texas's largest marriage and family therapy organization. I taught at the university level. I taught college students. I've taught graduate students. I've trained therapists. I've supervised therapists. But more importantly, I have lived through my own marriage's collapse and rebuild. And I was a therapist, which tells you how hard this is for everybody. So what I'm about to walk you through is not theory. It's lived, it's tested, and it works. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact frameworks that I use with clients that take them from, roommate syndrome or constant conflict, we may not make it, to restored passion, connection, and intimacy. But before we talk about all that, I want to show you some real transformations. This is not hypothetical. These are real people that care enough about the work that we did to trust me with their stories so that you could see the outcome of the work. What happens when a man really steps in and steps into consciously, holds presence in their relationships, stops withdrawing, stops outsourcing his value, when a woman feels safe with a man to create lasting connection. So I'm going to show you what this looks like first, and then I'm going to break down the exact process that exists behind it. I'm not going to go too deep into everybody's stories. Like I said, these are folks that have trusted me as a steward of their story for what we went through. Stephen and Allie, a really great case of a high conflict couple, low alignment. So Allie would react in anger. Stephen would collapse and withdraw. And once he began to see that this anger was a cry for connection and vulnerability, he stopped abandoning, held frame, and stayed despite the anger. The relationship relaxed, the tension came down. She learned to speak from a place of vulnerability, but it did happen in that order, and it will always happen in this order. I'm going to tell you, there's some of the examples that we're going to look at. I'm going to come back to one of these in just a second, but some of these examples we're going to look at, and Brent and Anna are a perfect example of this. You as a man probably feel like it's all on your shoulders, and you are not the cause. You are part of the cause, for sure, but you are more of the solution. I've been trained in the most advanced theories that exist in couples therapy, real life therapy, emotionally focused therapy, the Gottman method. I've tried all of them, and they all come down to one thing. A woman cannot re-engage in a relationship until she feels safe. A man cannot look to his wife for emotional safety. If she has to provide him emotional safety, she loses respect for him. I've never seen an exception to this. A man must provide his own safety and must create safety in the relationship to get out of the relationship what he wants. So it may feel unbalanced for that reason. This is also why most therapies fail, because we don't address this exact problem. You are not the cause. You are more the solution. This is something that Eddie knew, because you either lose, if you can't balance the needs of yourself with your partner, you lose yourself or you lose her. In this case, and most men are like Eddie, he lost himself, outsourced his worth to his wife's opinions, yes-deared his way through his relationship until he looked in the mirror and he didn't even recognize who he was. This was affecting his relationship with his children, and one day it all collapsed and he knew he had to lead his own life, and so he stopped outsourcing his value, really developed his own sense of confidence, and that's a benefit that has gone with him into other parts of his life. Ryan and Shannon are a good example of what happens when you catch this early. They hadn't entrenched these patterns chronically like most of the couples that I work with do. Their polarity had collapsed into a kind of a sibling style. And what I mean by polarity is that the balance between what a man and a woman offer each other. So a man provides structure in a relationship, and within that structure, the relationship flourishes. So without that structure, man, it's like you either have people that do this and just, avoid each other at all costs, or you have people who just fight like that. In this case, Ryan and Shannon had that kind of a dynamic. And as a result of the work, they have a well-balanced relationship. They brought another child into the world. They're happy as can be. Now, I would be remiss if I did not show you that my own life is a result of this transformation. This is my wife and I. I'm very public about this story, but I shot out of childhood into adulthood without looking at any of the shit that I had dealt with in my past. And when I became a father, it all kind of came collapsing down around me. I had unaddressed childhood trauma. Addiction was creeping up on me. But by this time, I had built this reputation as this guy that was like leading the charge, and I couldn't let that identity collapse. So I just got worse and worse and worse until it just collapsed in the most just god-awful ways. Disappeared for a few years, did the work, came back, rebuilt my marriage. And what I brought to where my clinical experience lacked the human touch, of what it really means to go through this, I brought that into it. And that's what you're seeing as a result of this work. You'll see these results. I'm not putting this up there to toot my own horn. I just want you to know you are in really good hands. And you can see this all over my website and various other places where my clients have very generously talked about the work that we've done. You're most likely not here because you just don't give a shit, or you haven't tried. You've probably tried more things than you can remember. And if you haven't, that's even better news because you're not as jaded. But most of the people that arrive on my doorstep don't have tried different things, and they've kind of almost given up hope that they're even, that their situation is salvageable. But I'll tell you, I did all of these things. I was all of these things. And it really came down to the right system and the right map. And nobody had that system, so I created it. Now, all of the work that I do is highly operationalized. Everybody that gets involved in my coaching program goes through a 3-phase process. And whether you're a couple doing this work together or a man, this work must still be done. This first framework is called Align, Disrupt, Rebuild. This is when I began to discover that therapy wasn't effective because as a therapist, you are trained to work with people who want to change. The problem with that is something like, I would guess anecdotally, 80% of people that I see, even though they're tired of the challenges they're facing, they're not necessarily ready for change. One, because change requires a lot of stress, a lot of work, a lot of hardship, and your willingness to take that on. And two, because the most important thing, we don't necessarily agree on what change needs to happen, which is why we have to align. We align first, and alignment basically means you are able to articulate the feedback loop that is going on between you and your wife so clearly. It's almost like being in a boxing ring when you're in conflict, whether your conflict looks like cold shoulders, we never talk, or whether you are fighting, they're two sides of the same coin. But alignment looks like we're in the boxing ring and you shift from the perspective of the fighter to the announcer. Now the announcer is saying, this is what's happening. When you can see the loop going on between you and observe it and say, this is what's happening, that's how conflict stops. Now, I'm putting a lot of things into a small amount of time, but once we have that alignment, then we can disrupt old habits and old patterns with new communication practices. Once that security is built, we move on to the last phase, which is what everybody wants: deepening intimacy, deepening passion. So this is the overall framework that I use when I work with relationships. Every man that I work with has to go through a personal transformation, aligning these 3 principles of masculinity together: presence, power, and purpose. Everybody tends to be failing on one. For me, my main, where I was lacking presence. And because my mind was divided, I was dealing with internal demons. I had a lot of influence. I had a lot of clarity about my purpose. I wanted to be a relationships guy, but I wasn't fully present. And that brings the entire triad down. Once these three things are aligned in men, then we can talk about what you need to be for your marriage. Okay, so only after that internal work transformation is done can you move into providing emotional safety for your wife. And that is, by the way, the gold standard of change in a marriage. If your wife does not feel safe, it doesn't matter if she's even contributing to her own lack of safety. You must provide safety in the relationship for change to be possible. Finally, this is possibly what I feel like is my favorite contribution to the field. So the biggest challenge that men face in a lot of marriages is they don't know how to feel wanted when the relationship is struggling. They feel like their desires for intimacy are not being met. They're sexually frustrated, and desire discrepancies run rampant in marriages. You talk about it with your homeboys. They tell you, oh yeah, marriage is the place where sex goes to die. It's not. It's just that we're all dealing with the same problem. We don't know how to solve it. So 3-step framework for returning to aligned sexuality and deepen intimacy. We remove obstacles. The two main obstacles are an unbalanced division of labor and sexual obligation. We deepen the intimacy foundation. That has nothing to do with sex. Sex and intimacy are not synonymous. In a relationship with a woman, you have to have a shit ton of intimacy if you want deep passion in the bedroom before we can get to returning your sexual relationship back to the erotic playground that it deserves. Now, what I learned as a therapist is, therapists do amazing work, and a lot of the great contributors to the field have done incredible work, but most of it treats the symptom. We have to treat the structure underneath the relationship, and that's what I do. We identify the feedback loop, we throw out what doesn't work, and we rebuild from the rich history that you and your wife already have. And that's how we do the work. It's condensed. That's the Campbell's chicken soup version. I mean, there's a lot more to it. But the entire point of this, I want you to hear this if you hear nothing else. Everything depends on your internal transformation. You have to follow the right structure, and now you know that it exists. I've opened up some space on my calendar for new clients. Even if the dates on this calendar are outdated, if you're watching this, that means I still have space available. Now, if the patterns that I have talked to you about in this video feel familiar in your marriage, I want you to book a 15-minute coffee chat with me. You literally have nothing to lose. This is not a sales call. On that call, I'm going to help you see exactly what's going on between you and your wife, or between the two of you as a couple, why it keeps repeating, and what the path forward actually looks like. If you've done therapy before, but it made little impact or it left you more confused, this is the conversation that is going to give you a level of clarity that I doubt you've ever had before in your marriage. Even if that's all we do, you're still going to walk away with understanding exactly what's going on in your marriage and what it's going to take to repair it. Grab a time on the calendar, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.